And where are you from?
It was May 2nd. I live in Truro. I'm good friends with Malehya. I just wanted to kind of touch on a few things that you said. So we were the ones that actually found the blanket, and as far as I knew, the blanket was on the railing, not in the garbage. And Malehya didn't leave Saturday morning. It was Saturday evening because an altercation had broken out, and Daniel's mother actually tried to attack me. So it was well after supper Saturday when she actually left the premises.
After the
Saturday
briefing.
morning.
After the briefing on Landsdowne.
No, it was after the altercation.
You left, but Malehya didn't.
We all left. Malehya
No.
left with her mother. I
Yes.
left. My sister left. My sister-in-law left. We all left at the same time.
Yes, but the altercation was before the briefing, honey.
And then there was one after because your mother was involved in that one.
Yes, and that's when we were saying about the car. And then I don't know who came back looking for the cell phone, and we were trying to get Malehya's grandmother to leave the house. Yes.
Yes.
But Malehya left right after the briefing. You guys didn't. Malehya left right from the briefing.
5 minutes before us, yeah.
Yeah, right after the briefing, up at the briefing. She never came back to the house.
No.
You guys
it wasn't Saturday morning that she had.
No, it was Saturday afternoon after the briefing.
It was Saturday evening. I think around supper time-ish.
Yeah, after the briefing at 4:00.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And the blanket was in the garbage. The cops even went and found the other half in there.
Yeah, as far as I knew, the blanket was on the railing.
Yeah, no, the cops came and collected the other piece. After the other piece was grabbed from the trees.
Yes, where we found it.
I'm still trying to place who you are, but
his mother's dog in the RV barking just shortly after 9 on Friday the 2nd. And when we were talking about the dog, you had made stated that the dog is really triggered
when Lilly does that screaming.
Yeah, mainly by Lilly screaming, and is triggered by the kids.
Yes, because what animal isn't triggered by animals to run when they run around screaming and yelling?
Triggered by kids, yeah. And I had asked you I had said to you, well, wouldn't the dog have barked if somebody had walked on the property?
I'm not 100% sure because.
So just a few things that I find interesting. I found this post from Janie. It says the timeline. I talked to my brother at 8:48, her brother Ron, and we talked for 2 minutes and 59 seconds, and then the kids after that. And she mentions she was up at 6 a.m. that morning, so things are just not making sense. Didn't she relay to this guy Derwood, or is Derwood just making or fabricating a bunch of lies in this story to confuse everybody? I don't know why someone would do that in a missing child's case and turn it into a clown show, but I feel that so many people are being dishonest in this case of Jack and Lilly. But I do want to say that I believe the timeline here, where Janie's speaking of the time on the phone with her brother and the blanket, is very important in this case, and that's why it's getting all messed up. I also want to point out this message that Janie left on Facebook platform, that she's talking about the reservation and they didn't care about my family, and there is still drones over my place, so suck it up like I do. This is telling me that these two families have had animosity towards each other for a long time, not just that day that Jack and Lilly went missing, in my opinion. So I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but I remember a retired police officer saying this particular family, when speaking about Malehya and Daniel, and then some other things were mentioned too that just kind of sparks my attention. But there are certain, the timeline is not being established because so many different people are coming out and changing things up on purpose, in my opinion. What do you guys think? I want to know what you think is happening. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I want to hear from you. So comment below and let me know what you believe. Thanks for watching. Okay, I want to add one more thing. So I remember Janie, in my opinion, being in the chat room and alive on a YouTube panel when Derwood was speaking to Belinda about the whole phone call with Janie that morning. Wouldn't Janie had spoken out and said, no, that's incorrect, Derwood. It was at past 8 o'clock when my brother called. Wouldn't she have corrected him when she heard him? So this timeline is getting misconstrued, in my opinion, because there are so many people telling different stories and different timelines of what actually happened. Somebody needs to come forward and tell the truth. And in my opinion, if Jamie has the entire timeline, she needs to hand that over to the RCMP so these two children can be found.